Hi everybody, this is Terry from Ramblings of a Texas Craft Room, and what I'm going to be rambling about today is this 6x6 card that I made. It's called a gatefold interlocking card, and it opens like this. Uh-oh, don't want that in there. It opens like that, and it just interlocks together. And I saw this card being made on a website. I will put it on the bottom of my screen so you can go look at the original card because it is absolutely gorgeous. It seems that Spellbinders is coming out with some really nice, what do they call them? They're called majestic dies. And they're really nice. And she made a beautiful card with these dies. Now, these dies are at the Summer CHA, and so they're going to be coming out later this summer. And you can go over, and I'll give you another website. You can go over and pre-order those if you like. They're absolutely wonderful dies. I can't wait. But anyway, I couldn't wait to make the card till I got the dies, so I tried to figure out what I could brick it that would allow me to let them interlock like that and make a beautiful card. And so this is what I made. Now these are the same colors that she made hers with over there. It's the brown and the green and the blue, excuse me, and some white cream. And then the inside is done. And on the inside of hers, she used vellum, which is very pretty. I just did, but I think this is just as pretty. And so if you're not going to get the dies or you don't want to pre-order them, you can do something like this. Let me show you what you need. Okay, you're going to need a few pieces of thing. And this is where I'm getting most of my cuts. They're coming from Elegant Edges. And one of them is coming from Lacy Labels. This little one right here, this is coming from Lacy Labels. And what you'll need to do is you'll need to cut 3 of these. 2 white, 1 blue. And we're going to put the blue and the white one together. And then we're going to save the other white one to put on the bag. I'll show you what we're going to do with that when you open it up. So you're going to put the other white one here. White, 1 blue. And they're cut at 1.5 inches. And they're from Lacy Labels, key number 45. Okay, now let's get to the base of the card. Then I'll show you what the other pieces are. Now what I did is I cut a 6x9 piece of brown and white. And I scored it. And then when I come to put them together, I just cut off just a smooch so that it would fit together, to make sure that my my gatefold came in really nicely. And then you're going to cut another piece that's just 6x6, so I just trimmed off slightly so that it would fit neatly inside here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get those 3 pieces together, and then I'll show you what you need for the top. Now this, once I figured out the dimensions, it went together pretty quickly. So with the dies, really nice card to make. And we're going to put this on the back. Now you decide, I'm going to put the white on the back, the brown on the back, then you would put this piece on the inside, but I want mine like this. So I'm going to fit it together. I hope I'm still on screen, sorry. We're going to fit it together so that it comes together very well. I want it to together. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now, let me show you the pieces you're going to need. From Elegant Edges, you're going to need a couple of pieces. Okay? You're going to need a blue at 5 1/4. And this is on page 43. And you're going to need a brown at 5 inches. It's also on page 43. Now, the 2 pieces that come out of the inside of these, hang on to, because that's what we're going to put on the inside of our card. Okay? So these are the 2 pieces that came out of these, and because those are going to go on the inside of our card. So we're going to go ahead and put them together and set them aside. Okay? Now these 2 are going to go on the front of our card. So we're going to just nestle these together. The brown one gets it gets glue all over. The blue one will not. The blue is that we're only going to ink up. I keep saying ink. I've been inking all day. Been working on some flower soft stuff all day. Okay, so this is going to fit right here. And whatever size you end up cutting yours, if you make yours smaller or bigger, just make this 1/4 of an inch smaller, and it'll fit really nicely like that. Okay, then we're going to take this one on top. But because we're going to want this to open here, as you can see, we're only going to glue half of it. Okay, so we're only going to glue this half so that it will, okay. So we're going to make sure that these 2 points are directly in the middle so that it'll open just like that. And all this is just nestling things inside each other to interlock it. So you have that right there. Okay. And then we're going to put this piece in. And this piece is only going to get glue on this side because we want it to stay over here. Okay, now because mine is pretty small, now on hers, when you see her video, you'll see that she has a different configuration, so and her things are bigger, and so she puts some to give her some dimension. I really can't do that. This is just too small to get the foam tape on. Let's see, I might be able to. I don't know if I found my foam tape, but I don't know where my foam tape is. Okay, we're not going to do it. I don't think it's going to fit. I think it would look nicer. It does build it up and it looks nicer, but I'm just going to put it on 1/2. And I'm going to use this glue because it's just smaller. And we're going to go on 1/2 of it. Okay. I'm going to fit it inside. And we're just going to put it right in the middle. Okay. If you put, she'll show you in the video, if you have a bigger piece, if you choose something different that has a little thicker here, she put the foam tape here, then pulled off the backing and stuck it here, but she put foam tape over here, but she did not pull the backing off, which would give it some support and keep it up, but don't pull the backing off that side. Okay, so here it interlocks. Okay, now this piece right here is going to be small enough to fit inside this circle of the blue, so we're just going to glue it right on the circle of blue, and so it's going to get blue. It's going to get glue everywhere, all the 4 sides. Make sure I'm getting glue because I don't want it to glue down. I just want it to glue to this. Okay. That's what's good about this glue. If you do get it somewhere you don't want it, you can get it to come right off. That's what I love about this Beacons 3-in-1. You don't want it there, it comes right off. There you go. Okay. Now, what I did on this piece here, this is where I cut one blue and one white, and I cut it in half and just layered. Because what we're going to want is we're going to want this to go right here. You're only going to want it on the white side. Okay. So we're going to put some glue on this side. And we're going to put right there in the middle. Make sure it hits in the middle. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then what I have is I have a couple of corner pieces that I cut off of my Cricut. Now these were cut off of, let me grab that cartridge. These were cut off of, there it is. Okay, it was off of Picaresque, and it is this one right here on page 44. And I cut these at about, they're pretty small. As a matter of fact, that was the smallest I could to cut. It would not cut them any smaller because I wanted them about 1 inch, but they would not. It just kept snagging and tearing, and it just wasn't worth it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, I cut 2 of them, and I'm going to put one on this end. And I'm going to fit the other one over here, and then I'm going to put on her card, when she does her card, it's really pretty. But what she did was she put some bling on hers. It's really pretty. I don't really have any bling, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some flowers. I'll show you. There we go. And we're just going to put those right there. And if you wanted to, you could put those on all 4 corners. I'm not going to, because I'm going to put some of this. I do have some of this. It's about the only thing I had in my treasure trove over there. So I think, but what you want to make sure is that when you put something on here, is that you don't cross over the top here, because this has got to enter. It's got to move. You can put it on the brown, but you can't put it on the cross on the top. Okay. So as long as you remember that. You're good. Okay, so I'm going to pull one of these off. No, try not to get it to stick to my finger. Okay, there it comes. Okay. There we go. And I'm just going to go to the top, and I'm just going to set it right like that. And then we can take this one and set it right here in the middle. Just like that. And I happen to have two. Now, what she put on hers is really pretty. And if I had some, I would have put it on there. And she just put some clear bling on it. It was really pretty. Okay. And we're going to do this on this end. And then we're going to take this one. But if you don't want yours quite this elaborate, you don't. Just plain, it'd be just as pretty. There we go. Now we're going to put a great big pearl. Find out what I did with my scissors. Here we go. Put a great big pearl right in the middle of that. Right in the middle. There we go. Oh, how cute. Is that adorable? And then it just opens. There it goes. Why am I sticking? Okay. I got some glue sticking somewhere. Let me figure out where my sticking is. Okay, there it is. I got it. There you go. And it just interlocks like that. Isn't that cute? I don't know about the flower. It might be too much. I might have just left it plain. Let's work on the inside. Okay? Now on the inside, what we're going to do is the other one that you cut in white. We're going to cover this up right here. Okay? There you go. And all we're going to do is just put it on the other side. There you go. Okay. Now we're to the inside. Now remember, these two pieces is what came off the front. And so we're going to put these on the inside. Now on hers, she used some beautiful vellum. And that would just be absolutely gorgeous. I don't have any vellum, so I'm just using... I just went ahead and cut a piece of the paper that was here, and I stamped thank you on the inside, and we're going to put it like that, and then we're just going to put this directly on top of it. Okay, we'll figure out how we want that, about right there. Okay, make sure that we get it even and straight. Okay, there we go, perfect. All right, and this, we're just going to use some of this glue. And there we go. Now, whenever the dies come out, I'm sure I'll make one of those cards because it is just absolutely, hers is very elaborately beautiful. This one is quite plain compared to her beautiful card. But it's nice to know that if you don't get those, they're going to be back ordered, I promise you. They are so fantastic. People are going to want them. And so you're probably going to be a while before they show up at Joann's or Michael's or any place like that so we can buy them. So it will be nice to be able to do the, to mock up that card even if we don't have their dies. We can still do it if we have a Cricut. There we go. Isn't that cute on the inside? And then you just put it together. There you go. I really like this card. I hope you do too. This is a 6x6 card. It's a pretty good size card. This size so that I could get all the pieces because we're going down 4 different sizes. And so I needed to get them bigger. And I made one earlier that was about a 5-inch card, but it just wasn't, I didn't like the proportions of it. But this one I really like. Well, I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you make this card. It's really easy to make. If you have the elegant edges, you can do this card just fine. And if you happen to have the lacy labels, you can do this little piece right here, or you could do lots of different things to put on the inside. You could put a flower there. You could do other things besides that there if you don't have the lacy labels. But if you do have the elegant edges, it's a real simple card to make. Isn't it cute? I just love this card. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for coming by and watching my video. Run over by my blog, ramblingsofatexascraftroom.blogspot.com, and see what we're rambling about over there. And let's see, next week I've got a card coming out on the Card a Day blog. which I'm also a designer on, and that's cardaday.blogspot.com. And we have a new card every single day, 365 days a year. So us and see our card. Thank you so much, and be sure and go over and see the Lay's original card. It's absolutely gorgeous. You will love it, and her instructions are very good. Thank you so much. Bye.